Russian forces have deployed explosives at the Nova Kakhovka Hydropower Plant. They mined both the dam itself and the transformers. The dam is 30 meters high and more than 3 kilometers long. The Russians may launch an attack on the facility for tactical reasons. Ukrainian intelligence reports that the occupiers want to cause flooding in the area to secure their retreat. Then further counteroffensives in the south will be hampered. Today, there were further attacks on our infrastructure. The main target of the aggressor is energy facilities, so please be even more careful than before to consume electricity consciously. The energy stability of our entire country depends on every city and county of Ukraine. The environmental catastrophe caused by the damage to the Nova Kakhovka Dam will cause devastation in many towns and cities on the lower reaches of the Dnieper River. One of the cities at risk is Kherson. The Russian occupation authorities are evacuating the civilian population from the city. According to plans, up to 60,000 people are to be deported from Kherson. Before the war, the city had a population of less than 300,000. We are not afraid of war. We are only worried that the hydroelectric power plant in Nova Kakhovka may indeed be destroyed. This is worrying. I am afraid for my family, which is why I made the decision to leave the city. Ukrainians are conserving electricity at the request of the president. Turning off the electricity in one of Kiev's restaurants did not cause outrage among the customers staying there. With the country facing great danger, Ukrainians are uniting in every way possible. They have repeatedly shown support for each other, and this time they are saving energy in solidarity. Actually, this toughens us up even more. There was a power outage, but the saving helps our homeland. By the way, it is very romantic. People are sitting by candlelight. I think the Russians will not be able to defeat us. We are a very strong nation. Meanwhile, Mykolaiv has been struggling with a lack of drinking water since the beginning of the war in Ukraine. The infrastructure supplying the city has been damaged. Technicians are repairing on average up to 15 leaks every 4 days. However, the salt water now being used for sanitary purposes is degrading the pipelines, so the city's entire water supply system may soon be destroyed. The situation in Mykolaiv is one of the most difficult in all of Ukraine. Others have local problems and are able to solve them. Only we have such a colossal disaster that has affected everyone. Due to various problems, Mykolaiv requires humanitarian aid. Currently, there are several points in the city where you can get help, including eating something warm. Normally, the number of meals served per day remains the same. Today, the situation is extraordinary. We are in constant cooperation with the Red Cross. The Ukrainian military is gathering extensive evidence of Russian war crimes. Currently, work has focused on archiving more than 5,000 Russian shells found in the Kharkiv region. The use of cluster shells has been illegal since 2010, so the material now being prepared will serve as evidence during the trial at the International Criminal Court. Inside the missile, there are up to 400 smaller charges. At the moment of explosion, when the fired missile encounters an obstacle, it opens and the cluster of bombs is dispersed. Olena Zelenska and Elke Bendenbender, First Ladies of Ukraine and Germany, yesterday launched a donation drive for Ukrainian children at the Frankfurt Book Fair. The reconstruction of post-war Ukraine also depends on healing the traumas that children and young people have been burdened with as a result of the war.